We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Throwing to start here is Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Young. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Young to throw it. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Young on 3rd down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. At their own 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The Dolphins at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
You look at this Carolina defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, They run, they hit. What a nice team.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And it's taken in at the 9. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Young will set to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua going to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throwing quickly to Wilson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. First down, they go back to A-Chain. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Dolphins nothing.
Second and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. 20! And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Hill left the powerful Kansas City offense last season and really improved the Miami one. A fourth All-Pro nod for the burner, and only the 11th 1,700-yard season in league history. Adds a catch and first down to his follow-up campaign there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
A strong running. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Let's go. Ultra. Go ultra. Right.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Young. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, so that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Fielded at the 33. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
That throw by Young incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This is Shenault on the receiving end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And they just get the play off. Now Young. There's another one complete to Shenault. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Now Hill to return it. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Open man is Waddle complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And There's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
They go play action. Young. Oh, and that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And Shark calls it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Panthers.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Young throwing complete there to Mingo. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Young off the bootleg. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Again, it's A-Chain. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And Young's throw there incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A second down throw for Young. Connection made with Shenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Young on third down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
First down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Gets it quickly onto Marshall. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen?
That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
When
we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. He's still on his feet. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. The Young keeps it, moving right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now Young. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Shaq Thompson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe you move on.
Stop, here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shapes, gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died, cause if we